Headlight condensation can occur for no apparent reason, even if you are the kind of driver who washes and waxes your car on a regular basis. However, what leads to the accumulation of this moisture and how can it be eliminated? We will look at the causes of condensation in headlights throughout this guide. We also go over how to remove the moisture and stop the issue from happening again. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. What causes condensation in headlights? Most automobile headlights will produce heat of some kind. Certain types, like halogen headlight bulbs, produce more heat than others. Because of this heat, proper ventilation is necessary to maintain a normal operating temperature. Although the venting feature of headlights helps to keep the heat out, it can also let some moisture into the assembly. As long as the lights are on, the materials in the lamps should absorb any moisture that does get inside. Moisture will adhere to the lens because the outside of the lens will be colder than the inside. This design causes condensation in the headlights. Warm air will rise while cooler air descends, as explained by thermal convection. Naturally, condensation happens when the two meet. Unfortunately, this problem with the headlight lens affects a lot of drivers. How to remove condensation in headlights? Wait it out. The moisture will go away on its own under typical operating conditions. Since car designers are aware that condensation will happen, it should resolve itself. According to service bulletins issued by automakers like Hyundai, technicians are advised not to tamper with normal headlight condensation. Activate the headlights and allow the heating system to function. It shouldn't take long for the moisture to go away and your vision to become clear again. This might not function as well as you would like if your car has LED bulbs. However, parking the car in the sun will still yield the same results. Just be aware that sunlight can harm the car's paint and interior, and that UV rays can eventually discolor the lenses. Hair dryer. If the moisture problem is severe, you might need a stronger solution. Be cautious when removing your headlight assembly to avoid breaking the seal. You can manually dry out every component of the assembly using a hair dryer. You must be mindful of the amount of heat you use when using a hair dryer. The wiring and other electrical components could be melted if the dryer gets too hot. It may also damage the lens or rubber. The hair dryer shouldn't blow hotter than 180 degrees Fahrenheit because of this. Once the moisture has been removed from the headlight, you must proceed to the next step to make sure that the headlight is sealed, excluding the drain hole and valve to prevent the issue from recurring. Compressed air. The moisture won't be able to escape if the headlight assembly's vent is blocked, but don't worry. It's nothing that can't be fixed with some compressed air. Try using a can of compressed air to blow out the obstruction at the vents, but proceed with caution, as you might push the dirt and debris into the headlight housing rather than removing it. Fix or replace headlight assembly. You should consider replacing or repairing the headlight assembly if none of the other fixes work for you or if the issue persists. Moisture accumulation is caused by some kind of flaw. There may be a crack or damage to the rubber gasket in the current headlight assembly. More water will enter the headlight than it should in either of these scenarios. Calculate the costs of your options. Choose that option if you only need a new rubber gasket and the assembly is pricey. Otherwise, especially if it's cracked, go ahead and get a new assembly. Preventing moisture in headlights. Inspect headlights regularly. Regular inspections can help you avoid large-scale water infiltration, but normal condensation is inevitable. Water will accumulate if the light assembly's drain holes are clogged. You can unclog the holes before issues arise if you notice this early. Additionally, you can try to fix any flaws you notice in the headlight assembly, like a broken seal, before the water seeps in. It is advisable to replace the lens or housing if it is cracked. Create strong seal. To keep water out, the headlight assembly needs a tight seal. Fortunately, finding high-quality sealant products that aid in the formation of this bond is simple. You should also check the electrical connectors, vents, and O-rings surrounding the light bulb during this time. To make sure water doesn't seep further into the light, you should replace the O-rings if they seem worn out. Small cracks between the lens and housing can also be fixed with a sealant gel. Use headlights. Often, you can keep moisture from getting out of control by using your headlights. As the condensation forms, the heat from the bulbs aids in burning it off. Even if you don't often drive at night, turn on your headlights frequently. You can also occasionally park in the sun, but be advised that this may eventually cause UV damage to the car's body, lights, and interior. Hope the information was helpful to you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.